So hi, Will the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and we're here with
G.
Rob.
And Will, and we are driving underwater.
Good job, Will. And we're gonna ask some
Thank you.
questions today about their upcoming album, One Sided Conversations. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to the announcement so far? Don't all talk
Good.
at once.
Yeah.
We're
feeling
afraid of
feeling
stepping
pretty
on
good.
each other.
Feeling pretty good, Shane. Feeling pretty good.
That's awesome, Will. I'm so glad you guys are excited.
Thank you.
It's been a long time coming because, like, the last time we spoke, you guys had put something out. My memory is failing me at this point, but I know you guys had put something out. 2 years later, we're
Yes.
back. We're chatting about something new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
I also
Yes.
can't remember what we were talking to you about.
Yeah.
Beats
We
me.
released a couple things.
We were talking. That's all
We're
I
definitely
know.
talking, yeah.
Definitely.
Probably Ellen, I would think.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
no.
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 Ellen or
Mm-mm.
emotional
No, it was a body of
commitment?
work.
Yeah, it was.
Body of work.
Might
Did
have
you
been the
guys put
first
out
one.
like an album in
An
2020?
EP. No, I'm pretty sure it was an
album
EP.
This is really bad. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Ellen.
Yeah.
Ellen
We
was
put
in
out all the
2020.
above.
Yeah. Right.
Like right as the pandemic hit, there had to have been something put out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
Ellen.
That.
Okay.
Yeah. That was Ellen.
Okay.
Who's Ellen? Okay,
Those are the
I'm
hits,
sorry.
baby.
But this body of work that I know.
No,
the
it was
name of-
emotional commitment.
Yeah,
Oh.
emotional commitment came out in March of 2020 and then Ellen came
No,
out
it
in the
didn't,
fall.
Rob.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that
Did
makes
it?
sense because we
No.
chatted right around like April, May of
Yeah.
2020.
Oh yeah, because Ellen came out in like October of.
Yeah, because we had the Halloween
year.
video for Ellen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glad
Right.
we figured that
I'm-
out.
I'm on the
All right.
same page.
But this body
We're
of
all
work that I can remember the name of, it's awesome. This album is very good. Good job, guys.
Good job,
Thanks.
guys.
Thank you.
So, is there any meaning behind this album's title or cover art?
Um.
I'll let you go because I keep jumping right in there.
I don't know. I mean, as far as the cover art goes, I don't know. It's silly.
Fair enough.
Yeah, true.
That's it. It's silly. I don't know.
No, no other meaning behind it than that.
You know, Rob just had giant googly eyes because we were just going to do a bag on his head, and he was like, "Well, check this out," and I was like, "You would have those."
Yeah.
And I did have those. I think the name is it's a line in one of the songs Pretty Cool. And when we were trying to name the album, we were just kind of going through a bunch of lines and songs and like, you know, which one kind of fits or whatever. And that was one where it kind of fit because like all the songs are like kind of have that theme where it's like you feel like you're talking to someone but they're not listening, or you're like just talking to yourself in circles, like with anxiety or like mental illness or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's so I think G was the one that suggested One-Sided Conversations, and I was like, oh, that hits pretty hard.
Okay.
So
That's
Yeah.
good.
yeah, let's do that.
Hell yeah. All right. So can you guys tell us a little bit about your writing process for this album?
So a lot of these songs were written at different times, so it kind of varied, but the heart of driving underwater is usually very collaborative. So like we may write individual parts, but then like for instance, I believe Nerve, Pretty Cool, and at least one or two more were kind of like amalgamations of like two sets of lyrics that both I think both Rob and G brought, and then they were like, oh, there are some pretty similar themes here, like let's see if we can make this work together. And I think Smile and Wave particularly went through like at least a few different versions before we landed on the recorded version.
Mhm.
But like for example, like Pretty Cool, the guitar part literally had nothing to do with what Rob was playing at the time, but I really liked it, and I was like, I'm gonna shoehorn the shit out of this into this song, and then it worked. So I was like,
Love that.
all right, cool.
Yeah, the writing was kind of all over the place. Just in terms of like different ways of writing, I guess, because there was songs like how Will described, and then there were songs that were like that I wrote like in a day, and it was like, hi, this is a song, and they were like, okay, and they made up their parts for it, and it was like, okay, well, that's done. Like that, like
Wow.
masters, like I
Yeah.
feel like was put together so quick.
Yeah.
And then there were songs like Nerve and like Smile and Wave that like went through like 4 or 5 different iterations before I brought it to you guys, because
Yeah.
like there were like Nerve was like originally going to be like a Jesus of Suburbia style, like just really long kind of song, because like I had written like a full song of lyrics and G had written a full song of lyrics, and we like presented them to each other on the same day. We're like, well, shit, we'll just throw it together.
Yeah.
But like some of them took a while, and then some of them were just kind of like real quick, and
Yeah.
yeah, like Will said, like very collaborative, and like because usually Will and I will come to the band with like a song that's like structured either on guitar or bass with lyrics that either we wrote or G wrote, and then we contributed to, or just maybe like rearranged to fit, and then everyone else kind of puts their parts in it and stuff, and maybe rearranged a couple things, but yeah, that's kind of how it usually goes.
Nice.
Perfect. All right. So what song off this album took the longest to write, and which one is each of your own personal favorites?
Hmm.
Oh. It's a great question.
That's
Thank you.
a great question.
It's a good question. It's a great
Thanks.
question, even.
Thanks.
Great
Thank you.
question.
It's one of my hits.
I think it's hard to say which one took the longest to write, because we don't like go off to writing retreats or anything. We're just, because if we go off together, it's on vacation and we're not getting anything done.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no.
We're just-
Yeah.
Then let's spin that question a little bit. Like, which one, like, start to finish, like you started it and then it was finally fucking recorded. What song is that then?
I think
for
that's
me,
pretty
it's-
cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
Okay.
for
Because
sure.
Pretty Cool was like written as Emotional Commitment was coming out,
Yeah.
Wow.
I think.
Yeah.
Like I think there was consideration when we were like, should we put Pretty Cool on
Yeah.
Emotional Commitment?
And then we
were
were
like, no.
Should we
Yeah.
do it as a single? What are we doing with
Yeah.
this?
Pretty Cool's
then-
just kind of
yeah.
been floating in the DU atmosphere for a while.
Yeah.
There was a moment in time when I remember we were like, song's okay. Like, we'll still practice it, but like,
Yeah.
It's alright.
okay.
Okay.
I guess getting to the second part and transitioning from that and now, it's actually probably one of my favorite songs that we've written.
It
Yeah.
slaps.
Yeah,
It's not
I'm a
just
fan.
okay.
It's not
It's-
okay
it's-
anymore.
it's
It's actually
not just
pretty
okay.
cool.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Get out. Get out.
banned F in the chat.
Tomatoes all around.
Boo.
Ooh, tomato.
I'd say that one or She's Got a Knife, which is
Been around for a
another.
minute.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that one is kind of funny because so G wrote the lyrics about season 1 of Killing Eve.
I did.
Which
Have
is
you
a show-
watched it?
It is a show that I pretended to watch apparently because I still haven't finished it, but
Oh
I'm
my
singing
God.
it with my whole chest, you know.
It's
And
ridiculous.
I love
It's
you.
all right.
But it's one of my favorites of ours so far, and it's something it's something that like I always had trouble with, that I think G does really well, is kind of finding those feelings to put into lyrics from situations that you're not really in. Like, I'm a very selfish lyric writer. Like, it's all just me, drama, yeah. And like for G to watch a show and just encapsulate the feeling enough for me, a person who hadn't really watched the show, to be like, oh yeah, I can totally fucking like put my whole being into this song. Like, that was just really
Will
impressive
Osee.
to me.
I was gonna say it, but I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Like,
I was like, do I go there? But yeah, no, that was really impressive, and something I hope and I think we will definitely do more of in the future, as far as writing, more about
Songs.
stuff we like. That, yeah, more songs, just
Yeah.
songs.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
We
thank you,
continue
Will.
to do that. You're welcome. I don't know if I ever said that to you, but yeah, it
No,
was really cool.
I talk a lot at band practice, so you have it. I'll be real.
Can't even get a word in edgewise. Rob G.
We're
Yeah,
picking
favorite
favorites,
songs.
right?
favorite song.
I mean, this changes a lot. Like, we're on another podcast where I said something different, but like, I'm gonna say Dad Rock Part 2, The Revenge Today.
Ooh.
Okay.
Title.
All right.
Just,
Like,
I don't know. It just really like starts off like a ton of bricks, and then the way it ends, I feel like, is really I don't know. I just like the vibes of it.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know. Every time I try and answer this question, I'm always like, I don't know. It's really good. I don't know. You should listen to it. Anyway.
Anyway.
Next question.
I don't know. I was listening to it the other day going to work, and this is gonna shock you guys, but right now I'm really feeling Smile and Wave, which I
We did it, gang. We did it.
did it.
We did it.
I was just listening to it and I was like, yo, this song rips. What the fuck?
The
Nice.
circus song.
It's like
Wins.
it's like a dark circus.
We say
I-
it with love.
I hated it. Rob came to us with this bass line, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck you want me to do with that.
You're out of the band.
Yeah.
I just remember staring at him like, okay. like,
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
one more time.
The
But
beginning,
slower.
putting Smile and Wave together was like a trip, because we were like,
Yeah.
what is this song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. It's just like boom, 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 boom.
And the whole time you're also trying to sell Will on the idea of this song.
Yeah. Well, then
Yeah.
Will starts playing like this, what he plays in the song, which feels like a very like westerny type thing, and I was like, that's
Yeah.
not what I was thinking, but God,
No.
am I about it?
The-
You
the
know,
moment-
when you're just bouncy and your whole world's falling apart, you know what I'm saying?
All the time.
the,
Yeah,
the
all the
moment the moment Will started playing guitar, I was like, fuck, I guess this is our song. All right. I have to figure something out.
Damn.
Yeah.
So where was your headspace at while you guys were writing this album?
Ooh.
Not great.
Fair. I don't know.
It was smiling and waving, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Smiling and waving through a fucking fire, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god. I think I went through like all the stages of grief in this album process. It was really bad.
Yeah, because I feel like most of the songs were written during the pandemic,
Yeah.
especially during like that first year
Yeah.
of the pandemic. So it was all a lot of just uncertainty and anxiety, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So that's where my head was at anyway.
Yeah.
For me it was like, okay. The one thing I like was really ripped away, and I can't see my friends. Like I
Yeah.
can't go to a show and I
Yeah.
can't go down the street.
Mhm.
Okay.
Damn.
And like thinking back, at least mentally for me, it was probably the worst time for me to be like, yeah, I'm going to record a whole body of work that will define the next stage of my band's existence. Like the whole recording process for me was such a fun time. Just I was so in my head about everything, and like it honestly took me like a long time afterward to really like listen to it and enjoy the stuff that I played on it. Like Rob and G put down fucking fire, but like I was listening to my parts and I'm like, oh God, why? Like for a long time. But now I listen to it and I'm like, no, I love it. I love, you know, everything that we put into it. And now that shows and everything are a thing again, it's like, okay, I realized, you know, why I wanted to do this with my life. And that's, you know, I hope that comes through in the music.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
perfect.
Yeah.
So this one should be super, super quick. Off the top of your heads, I want you guys to describe this album for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less. 3 words each.
No more, no less.
No more,
all
no
right.
less.
That's 4 words.
Fuck. It is. You're exactly right.
Yep.
Boo.
Tomato.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sheep,
Those are
but
my
we'll take
3
it.
words. Rock and roll.
My
Rock and
my
roll.
joke answer is boo, tomato.
That's what you hope the response, isn't it? Isn't.
Yeah.
When it's out.
Yes.
Yes.
Shit.
Shit. Love it.
Perfect.
I don't know. Live, laugh, love.
Oh no!
Oh no.
I'm crying in the club right now.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
Great job, guys. So in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling or emotion you want listeners to have while going through the album?
Live, laugh. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Smile and wave.
Yeah.
Smile and
Smile and
wave. I guess for me, like it's not like a happy album, but it's not like super depressing. But I just kind of like, I made music with my friends. You go make music with your friends. Talk to your friends. Oh no, live fast, die young. Oh,
Yeah.
bad girls do it well. Like,
I would just say like there is some sad stuff on it and stuff, and I don't want it to like bum anyone out, but like if there's someone that listens to it and feels like, oh, I've experienced that, you know, like, and they're like, oh, there's people that experience this stuff too. Like if people can listen to it and not like feel like alone and stuff, like that would be dope.
Hell
Like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
That's good.
Good.
I would say. Oh, sorry.
No, I was
Um,
gonna call on you.
Okay.
This is middle school.
Cool. This is hi. I would say I hope people can listen to it and I guess be able to see and be proud of the growth they've made as people. Like if they can recognize that at the same way that I kind of recognize that in us through even just the evolution of the band, going from how we started to where we are now and how seriously we take it, and like how much it really is just about 3 friends doing what they're passionate about, as much as possible.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
That's very good.
Awesome. Yeah. So were you were gonna say something, Shane?
I
You're good?
saying
wasn't
thank
going to
you.
say anything.
Okay. So what is your favorite memory that you made while creating this album?
I
Like,
don't,
do you mean recording or like
Yeah.
writing?
Just the
too?
entire process.
Entire thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
From writing to packaging it up into a little bow.
Yeah.
I think for me the whole thing is wrapped up in a good memory because these guys don't make it feel like a job. Like
No.
I
Sorry.
and no, it's
We're real wholesome over here.
Yeah.
and because we recorded it with Gabby from Float, which was also cool because it's like, yeah, you can get someone to record it, but like she's our friend and she knows what we're about. So just being in the studio with someone that wasn't like, oh, the song sucks, you should do it like this.
Yeah.
She was just like, all right, let's throw, use this pedal maybe, and then I'll do
Yeah.
this. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like a job. It was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna be locked in a room for 12 hours with my two best friends. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say like just I like writing, especially with G and Will, because it's always like I mean we said before it's very collaborative and like they'll bring stuff to it that like I don't even like think about and stuff. So yeah, I would say just like there's not really a specific moment or anything that pops to my mind, but just the writing process is always just like really fun. Because recording, I get very anxious when recording and stuff. So like that is always I'm always like a little on edge and can't really relax during it. So yeah, just putting it all together in Will's living room / G's basement, it's always fun.
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah.
Dang. Trying to think. I think, okay. So I think the moment for me where I was like, oh shit, we're going to be putting this out, because a huge part of music has always been performance for me. Like it's kind of taken me a while to care as much as I do now about the recording side of things, because I kind of share the same feelings that Rob mentioned about getting very anxious about recording and stuff. But I mean, obviously, we live to play the songs live. So for me, one of the happiest moments, other than actually like recording it and starting to see our visions for the songs come together, was our first show back, knowing that we had everything like pretty much done and recorded and ready to go, and playing Angry for I think what may have been the first time in front of people, and the response we got to it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Just thinking that like, okay, like this could be really cool. Like I just felt that fire again, that I kind of lost during the pandemic, and
Yeah.
just feeling that, and then kind of just looking back at Rob and G and being like, we're back, baby. Like it's happening.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And like Gabby was there, a lot of our friends were there. Like it was a Sunday show.
It was a Sunday at 2.
It went the
Yeah.
fuck off, and I'm like, okay, we're back. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm so excited to like put these songs out with my best friends, and those are the moments that I live for. So
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So picture this: you're on tour, you're at a gas station for a rest stop. What is your snack of choice?
original combos.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never seen you eat them.
Well, okay, so this is. Thank you for
Hear me
calling me
out.
out on that. Oh, allow me to elaborate.
Okay.
So I'm thinking it wasn't stated in the question, but I'm assuming it's not Wawa. Otherwise, you would have said Wawa. If it
Well, we're
always
East
say
Coast
Wawa.
people, so we can do
Yeah.
a Wawa.
Right.
We just,
Okay.
Like we ask
Yeah.
people, like, are we talking like Wawa? And then they go, "What the fuck is a Wawa?" Or "I fucking hate Wawa." And I'm like,
okay.
Yeah.
"I'm gonna hurt you right now."
Sheets is
Yeah,
better.
You're like-
actually.
Oh, man.
Actually, the episode's canceled. So
Yeah.
And
We're
get
not
out.
putting this out, but
Yeah. So if it's Wawa, probably the packaged like pepperoni and cheese, or just one of those apples slices package
Mm.
things.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's many a rest stop Sunoco that I've been to where I'm like, oh, combos, all right. So that's my reasoning there.
Okay.
Maybe a rest stop.
Yeah.
Have a blessed evening.
Have a-
If it's Wawa and they're available, hash browns,
Mm.
and if it's anywhere else, I guess like Oreos. Yeah.
Nice.
It's good.
Yeah, if it's Wawa, I'm getting a soft pretzel, some apples.
Ooh,
Oh,
soft pretzel.
Yeah,
Forgot
we're-
about soft pretzels.
we're getting a double soft pretzel.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Height of luxury.
Yeah. And if they bring back the coffee cake muffins that was like filled with a little bit of cream that I used to eat every day when I worked at Wawa, and I was like, it's bad. It's bad
So
for me,
good.
but so good. And anywhere else, golden Oreos.
Perfect.
Mm.
All right. So on the topic of food, if the band was
Yes.
a dish, what dish would the band be?
Oh
why?
God. Oh, okay.
Mm.
Just one dish, like not like the 4-course, like
I mean, you can. We have a lot of people interpret that question a lot. Like some people say we're a buffet, and I'm like, well, that's not a dish, but we'll take it.
There's
So
no
it's like-
rules here. If we stuck to
Okay.
rules, we'd be
Right.
the episodes would be way more uptight.
right, right.
Sad.
Yeah.
I feel like we'd have to be something Italian.
I was
Oh.
100% going to say that.
Definitely.
Good.
For me personally, I would like to be the soup out of the soup and salad that they ask.
Ooh.
So we're
Bravo.
Olive Garden.
We're going
Olive
to
Garden.
ask
Yeah, I was
it.
gonna
Yeah.
say.
All right.
Yeah,
You
a
beat me to
minestrone.
Just we're a plate of unlimited breadsticks.
Well, those
That's
breadsticks are
good.
fucking slapping
Exactly.
though.
Those are good.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
bang.
Yeah, there we
They
go.
bang.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
you know, talk shit on Olive Garden, but we're all going there.
Oh my
Wait,
god, it's so
we
Who's
good.
are.
talking bad about Olive Garden? I thought that was
Everyone.
like
Everyone
everybody
else
loved it.
apparently.
Not us 5. We
Mm.
get it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was. Oh my god.
My partner was the one that brought me to Olive Garden for the first time, and I fell in love with it. They had a couple of bad experiences. We're not allowed to go back now. I'm like, you were the one that got me to fall in love with Olive Garden, and
You
now
were
you
Oh
won't
my
let us
God.
to
go.
the garden.
Exactly.
Like,
This is
what?
your fault.
I don't care that you got food poisoning. We're going.
We're going.
I remember like I was supposed to go on a date with a person in college, and she had said something like, "Oh, Olive Garden has like ketchup for sauce," and I was like, "I don't know if I want to go on this date with you anymore."
I personally think the
Like, I
Olive
didn't
Garden sauce is
legitimately
too
say
fucking
it, but I
spicy.
thought it.
But that's just me.
Sounds like a red flag to
There's
me.
too much pepper in
Smells
the
like a
Olive
red
Garden
flag.
sauce, Glory. It's very spicy.
That wasn't a joke.
No.
You're so right. You're so
I'm opening up to you right now, and you.
Dude,
you
keep
ins-
that together.
No, we love the vulnerability here.
No.
The Olive
If you
Garden
think-
marinara sauce is too spicy. They put too much pepper in it.
I don't agree, but live your truth, Shane.
Yeah.
If
Actually,
Rob
we
doesn't
wrote an
agree.
album about that.
Oh my god.
So we're going with
Gonna go.
breadsticks.
Anyways, back to
I
the
was gonna say
question. What
breadsticks.
kind of
We're
food
gonna
are
go
you
with
guys?
unlimited breadsticks.
We're
Okay.
unlimited
we are
breadsticks.
unlimited breadsticks.
Nice.
We're an
Okay.
unlimited breadstick band.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
So for the last couple questions, we're going to shift completely away from music. So if you could be one animal for the rest of your life, what animal would you be and why?
Fox. They're my favorite. They're cute and they make the most annoying sounds ever.
Oh yeah, they do make the kind of like almost
Right?
crawling. Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
Yeah,
love it.
It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I'd be a cat. 100%.
All right. That's cool.
100%.
Uh,
I got
I
3 of
think-
them. They're all stupid in their own way, and I just love it.
That's great. You just joined the herd.
Yeah. I mean, I'm already basically a cat. Just a
There you
human cat.
Yeah.
Earlier this week, I was complaining about my job to them and was saying I was going to quit my job and turn into a duck. So I'm
guess
going
so.
to be a duck.
All right.
I'm gonna be a
I
dog.
like that.
I get that.
Like
All right.
Ducks are good.
To
So-
just sit in a pond and you're like, I'm just going to chill in this lake for a while. And then when it
Exactly.
gets
to
cold,
think-
I'm going somewhere else.
So I'm just
Like-
leaving.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna
I
be a
like to
duck.
think we would still find each other in the wild and be friends
Yo,
on
what
a,
a
on
cool
a slightly
band that would
sappy
be.
note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A cat, a duck, and a fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell
That's
yeah.
good. Perfect. So, if you could have lunch with any celebrity or artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Any
Any.
Any. The sky's the limit.
guy
Ooh.
is the limit. Charlie XTX. I don't even know why I was waiting.
Ooh.
I
Yeah.
Nice.
I love her.
Nice.
I'm
That
in
answer
love
pulled my
with her.
earplug out. I'm just.
Just-
Will, did you give an answer?
no.
No, I
Okay.
didn't.
But
But
I'm just gonna say Robin Williams.
Ah.
yeah,
Mhm.
Because his movies always seem to be great and just one of my favorites, like all the time. And he just seems like he was great. And I would just like to have lunch with him or something and just do bits the whole time and just leave feeling completely emotionally exhausted.
Yeah.
But it'd be fucking great.
He's great.
I had a thought, but then I totally lost it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw it leave your eyes.
Yeah, it was just okay. So
Fair.
for whatever
Wednesday.
reason, a lot of our discourse lately has just led me back to Mean Girls. Like I just quote that movie like a lot, and there's a lot of like life experience to be found in that movie. So
Mhm.
I'm thinking Lindsay Lohan. I just want to know her feelings about that movie. About Freaky Friday's another one that we're just constantly
Yeah.
like. I think I'll play it in the key of rock. Like we're just always talking about those movies, and I know I don't look like the target demographic at all for Mean Girls, but
Not
it's
in
like
the
one of my
slightest.
favorite. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and like if it's not SpongeBob, I'm quoting Mean Girls. So like Tina Fey or Lindsay Lohan, I just want to pick your brain about Mean Girls. That's it. Yeah.
All right.
I love Tina Fey.
You should watch Lindsay
hate Tina
Lohan's.
Fey?
No, I love
Oh.
Tina Fey. I would never say
I
I hate
guess-
her.
It cut off at a weird spot, so all I heard was Tina Fey.
I
and was
also
like,
heard hate. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Tina Fey, if you're listening to this, I love you.
Tina Fey, if you're listening
She's
to this, you
listening.
can come on the podcast. That's fine
Please.
by me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Can I be a guest on that so I
You
can
can be the
make
special
dream I
guest
just
host.
described a
Yeah.
yeah.
She'll be like, "Who is this guy?" I'm a big fan.
Biggest fan.
Of one movie that you made or wrote.
I couldn't name another movie that you're in, but I really like that one.
That one
I'm
movie.
still trying to
Friends
make that
keep telling me
happen.
to watch 30 Rock, but I don't, even though I totally could.
Oh my god.
I know,
You're really
it's
selling
bad.
it here for Tina Fey, who's totally listening right now.
It's literally
Yes,
just Mean Girls, guys. It's just Mean Girls.
She's crying.
She's crying.
It's awful.
She's probably like literally some of my worst work, but like, all right.
Fine.
Right.
So for this last question,
So many
boom,
other jokes.
you're on a desert island. You can bring one movie, one album, and one person. Who and what are you bringing?
I mean, you know my movie already. So.
Mean
Yeah.
Girls.
Album?
Mhm.
I would say, since time is linear and I can only think of right now, I would say Sweet Pill's new album because I've been running that like constantly since it came out. I just really like it. And then you said person
Yes.
was the last one.
Mhm.
Can I bring two people who are here right now?
You gotta pick one.
Oh
If you
shit!
shove them in a
Yeah.
really big pair of pants, we'll count them as one person.
Yeah.
I would like to bring Rob and G wearing a trench coat
There you go. There you go.
as one tall friend.
That's perfect. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Okay.
I'm 6 foot, so can you imagine how very
one very
tall?
tall.
One movie, one album, and one friend.
One person.
One person. No,
Mhm.
so enemy.
You can
And-
bring
oh,
anybody.
yeah.
You could bring
See?
Tina
I wanna
Fey if
bring
you
her.
wanted to.
Battle to the death.
Bring your enemy, man.
So I don't watch a lot of movies, so I would bring Freaky Friday because that's my favorite movie. The one with Lindsay Lohan, not the original one. The original one is Boo.
Okay.
Oh,
Album.
Oh.
That's a strong opinion I didn't know anybody had.
Right on the
Right?
1960s Freaky Friday. On the album, I'm really torn between bringing Paramore's Riot, because that's why I drum, but also I'm obsessed. I'm still listening to Crash by Charlie XCX like every day. Oh, now I'm thinking about Pom Pom Squad. I don't know about the album. I might need to be alone with my thoughts on this island.
That's okay.
And then I would bring Will and Rob in MC Hammer's parachute pants. Just one pair of legs.
okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm also having trouble with movie because I'm like, gee, I watched a lot of them. Shit. I'm gonna.
Wait, you should just bring the Nicole Kidman ad.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna bring the
Yes.
Nicole Kidman AMC ad with me, and just watch that.
What?
All praise the Nicole Kidman AMC queen.
What the
Uh,
fuck? Can I get some backstory on this one? What the fuck?
You cannot.
Moving
It's my
on.
fucking show.
Moving on.
So real quick, I'll go into it real quick.
Okay.
When movie theaters started opening again after the pandemic, AMC released this ad that was on YouTube and like just TV commercials and stuff, where she is like walking back into a movie theater and is like
Oh god.
we come to this place for magic, to love, to feel, to all this stuff, like really making it dramatic and stuff. And she like sits in the theater, she's by herself and she's watching like random like blockbuster movies on screen or whatever.
Mhm.
And it was just an ad for AMC. And then when AMC opened, everyone went and the ad played right before the movie.
Mhm.
And it was like, why is this here? I'm already in the theater.
Exactly. You
like,
already got us
don't-
here.
Yeah, I don't need an ad for AMC when I'm already at AMC. And so for a while, it was like, this ad's annoying. Like, what the fuck's it doing here?
Mhm.
And then at some point, I cannot pinpoint for the life of me when this happened. It turned from that to being like, Nicole Kidman is my queen of movie theaters.
Uh-huh.
and everyone hail Nicole Kidman, the queen of
Yeah.
movie theaters. You know what, Nicole? It is magic here. Heartbreak does feel good in a place like this. You know what? and it's just gotten to like, it's just like a meme for me.
Mhm.
And it's just gotten to a place where I'm like, this is like part of what people know about me now.
Yeah.
Like this is part of my personality now for some reason. But yeah, I would take that ad.
Okay.
And
Quick question. I'm not a big movie guy, so I don't go to the theaters a lot. Are they still playing this ad?
they're gonna play it until the end of the year.
Oh, awesome.
And then we don't know what we're gonna do. And if they take it down, we're gonna riot.
Yeah.
Um,
You gotta, yeah.
that's the game plan for that.
Glory's
For
here
Al-
for the cause.
Yeah, I appreciate
We
the
all
I'm
support.
love
sold. Yeah. I'll be there.
For album, the first one that pops into my head was Less Than Jake's Gainesville, Florida album,
Hmm.
which is just very good and I feel like super underrated in their like discography and stuff. But then I also thought of Catbite's new album, Nice One,
Hmm.
and I think I would take that because it's a lot of fun and they're great.
Nice.
And what was the last one? A person.
Person.
These two in like clown pants or something.
Awesome.
Okay.
Sounds
Great.
good. All right. So as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you guys would like to plug?
We have an album coming out.
Yeah.
That's what we spent like half the time talking about. The other half was spicy
Yeah.
Olive Garden sauce and
Jesus,
pants.
dude.
I don't know.
Yeah, we have an album called One Sided Conversations coming out June 24th.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
and we're playing a show in New Jersey on June 24th at Harper's Pub in
Yes.
Clementon.
Yes.
And it's free with a float, Think Machine, and then the American Standard. And it's free.
and it's free.
It's free.
And it's a free rock and roll show.
The rock and roll.
Yeah, rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sound those guys. It's been Driving Underwater, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.